Live from the old cement pond. But don't worry, nothing is buried there except for your dreams and ambitions.
So good.
In beautiful downtown Auburn, California. It's microphone therapy.
This one's going to be dark.
Joe isn't here tonight. He found out that he had an ingrown toenail that has gotten out of control and it turned into a conjoined twin.
Oh, my God.
But it got pissed at him and bit him on his calf, which partially shriveled.
I already had mine removed.
And he has to take an experimental regrowth serum to fix the problem. So we wish him the best of luck.
Which works because I used it.
Well, that's just not right.
Is it not the one where you have to like rub it on and then wrap it?
I don't rub it on. Somebody else does. Rub it on.
That's a different magic growth serum.
And then clap off.
Yes.
You're all, hey, this is getting out of control here. It's like 2.5 inches. And then clap off.
Today we are going to be talking about...
It's okay. It's just my wang.
So can I just say one thing to Heather real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I went so far down what you call the rabbit hole with some things that I was like, I don't know if I can get back out of here ever again.
Like this is where I live now.
And didn't want to be there.
Right.
Like it was just around me after that. And it took years
because you're seeking
for that to go away.
That knowledge and whatever, and you're like you said, you're drawing that energy in.
And I didn't have to like go to Jesus or anything like that. I just had to stop. You know what I mean?
You had to manifest different stuff. You had to call different things to your life.
I had to put my essence into things that were more positive and that would pay me back that positive energy. Does that make any sense?
It absolutely does.
Because I'd gotten so far down without realizing into, and only because I was intrigued by it, certain things that I couldn't get away from it, or it couldn't get away from me for a while. Okay, so anyways.
And I get caught in loopholes of that. Like, so like I'll be like really concentrated on whatever. And like, that's my loophole for a while, and I just spin in that, and then I kick out, and I'm like, "Whoa, what? I'm really interested in anything," and then I'll spin on something else again.
And not to get off the subject, but my mom is very aware of all this, and she says she's very aware of it because of me and past lives, and she's like, "You're doing the same thing you've always done."
Yeah.
And I have to step away at this point because you're probably not going to make it out.
You're just going to spin in this area.
Yeah. And she's like, it's always...
And you're going to spit out again in the next life. You're going to do it again.
It's always ended for you in destruction. Well, and I was like, oh my God,
because you have to learn the lesson. You have to learn the lesson.
And then my stepmom said the most important thing you do when you come to the planet and like re-energize or whatever, or she's like, just try to do the one thing you came here to do. And I was like, that right there is a huge responsibility.
It is.
Because I don't necessarily know what the one thing I came here to do is.
Well, because you forget.
You don't have to.
You forget it. But just now,
let it happen.
Just let it happen.
Yeah. But I mean, once you get here, you do get that choice of free will. So in my beliefs is like, so you come here and you have the one thing you're supposed to do. You're supposed to, equalize your karmic energy. You're supposed to,
which is tough.
Do the thing like, you were fucked over and this, and this. So you came back and you're supposed to be the good person.
Who says you have to have one thing to do?
Well, and that's the thing is like you show up and like you have this one major goal. So either you can come here and take care of the goal, but if your goal's done, you're done. You're like one of the kids that dies early, or would
that make you an old soul at that point? Do you think?
If you keep coming back, yes, absolutely. That is the old soul thing. Is like you've been here, you've done that, or there's something else that you need to learn.
What is the goal?
Tie up.
Why does there have to be a goal?
Because
I think there should always be a goal. Honestly, I'm not lying to you when I say
but for what?
The belief is
for everything.
I'm trying to learn
for everything.
The belief is that your soul, before it comes here, it meets with its like soul cluster and energy god and energy people and higher spirits and everything, and says, okay, so this last one you really fucked up on blank blank blank. Like, what do you want to go back and fix to try and even yourself out?
Okay, I see.
What do you want to go back and do?
Can I give you an example? Because I'm always talking to you guys.
Yes.
And I have days where like I'm not all like you know what I mean, but I'm like I'm not all fucked up. You know what I mean? Like as a
really
being,
lucid.
I feel pretty good,
Yeah.
And I'll say something to you guys, and it's normally in the morning, and I'll say, how it is when I ramble on and on, but I'll say something, and I'm like, it felt so good to say that to you guys, and I'm like, that felt good, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's not one of those deals because I think I'm fucking hilarious, you know what I mean?
Although you are many times, yes.
It is fucking hilarious to read a lot of this stuff.
Sometimes I'm like, God, I bet these guys kind of could use a break right now.
Hey, instead of dwelling in your own life.
Yes, but that forum is there for all of us. So if you need to say whatever you need to say,
and I use it more than any of us,
that's what it's for. And you've seen me fire off whatever.
Yeah.
There's no judgment on any of this stuff. Like when you're talking about going down the rabbit hole and whatnot, I'm completely intrigued by the fact that you get so involved, whatever you want to call it, pulled in by whatever subject you're looking at, whatever is of mind.
Yeah.
Right. And then you're like, I can't get out of it. And I'm just like, how the fuck can you not?
Because I'm
he hyper focuses on it.
I do.
And
so it's like, that's it. He can do nothing else. So like, he loves to play guitar. He loves to do this, but none of that is interesting right now. He just needs to focus on this one thing.
Yeah. And for me, like when I go down the rabbit hole, like I just like, I get to the point where I just like, I've had enough of this shit and just move on to something else.
I can't do that sometimes.
And I'm completely,
and I mean years.
I'm literally intrigued by that because I don't get it. I don't understand how, I mean, it's like method acting, right?
Right.
You know, it's the same exact thing. Some people can do this method acting.
Method actor.
Yeah.
You know, like Shia LaBeouf. Or whoever else.
LaQueef.
Yeah, I get trapped in things, and it takes me, I mean, sometimes it's just a couple days, and sometimes it's years. Yeah. And sometimes, this is the hardest part, some things come back up, and I'm like, oh no. Again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that happens.
And then there's new material. I'm like, oh fuck.
And that's that learning process. Yeah. That's your and I believe exactly what you said, which is the whole I don't know if you want to call it reliving, but let's just call it that for lack of a better term. You're reliving this stuff to learn how to either move on from it or deal with it in a way that you have to deal with it.
Right.
You know
when to start your podcast.
Well, yes. Well,
kind of.
Yeah.
And with that, I mean, like, so for me, like, I will get stuck, like you said, on those things, but I have all this other shit I have to do. So, like, I can only do it in chunks, and then I get really, I get pissed and I get frustrated because, like, I don't want to do any of that shit. All I want to do is research this stuff. I just want to read about this stuff. I just want to look into this, and I can't, and it's very frustrating for me.
I never realized
that's why I had to do this.
Right.
I never realized because I was listening and to the last couple things, and you do have some abilities like as a medium, and you don't necessarily want to have them at times and things like that, right? Is that am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm sure on top of everything else you're doing, because I know you have a lot of things that you're doing all the time, a lot of responsibility. Maybe sometimes that's not that much fun.
Well, like, yeah, because like I just naturally have blocked stuff out over the years. But like, if there's just, it's like that sixth sense thing or that intuition, and that's that piece that I don't really tap into a lot.
But I guess it might tap into you when it wants to.
That's exactly what it is. Like I can push it out all I want, and sometimes it's like, no, bitch, boom.
I don't think I have any of that whatsoever. You're an intellectual. So you can just start and stop whenever you want. It's like a analog cassette recorder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I learned it from my father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a learned thing. It's just like if I get too invested in something that I know,
you just hit pause or stop or change the cassette tape or
that's it. But like these things, like the compelled, I do have to revisit them, to see if it's actually something that should be talked about or whatever. But I got so intrigued by just listening to that show. I was just like, I have to talk about these two people because they are just fucking gross. Yeah. And I wanted to present it to you guys. I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna go into it.
And I honestly, like, I know I'm exhausted. I've been up since 4:30, but like, I do hear, even when I'm nodding, I actually do hear.
Yeah, I know you're still getting the stuff.
I'm still getting it as it goes in, and I'm just like.
But I don't want to make this a regular thing. In fact, the one thing that I do want to make a regular thing, we didn't even get to tonight.
Okay, so
what was it?
The Quora question of the day, just to have fun.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing too.
So
we could still do that. Let's do that. Hold that.
We should. And the thing about the thing you talked about tonight is it felt like the beginning of a dark joke I would do. Right. But then and then I'll get off of that, and it just went on for 29 minutes, and I was like, Jesus Christ, is this my fault somehow?
It was like 29 minutes of baby in a microwave.
I was like, it doesn't seem that funny anymore.
Like, I can't do baby in a microwave for 29 minutes.
Yeah, especially since it's true, because I like to fuck around. I like to say really gnarly shit, but I'm joking,
Well, this stuff actually happens, but like then when you pop off with it, people are like, oh my God. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. That's right. You guys don't read this kind of stuff like I do. So
right. And you totally get it. But I looked at you too, and you were like, I'm going to barf or black out or pass out. I mean, I know for you, it's partially you're tired. And I'm tired too, I think. But I was like, I fucking can't believe this keeps going on and on.
Like, and then we found out with like the hollow tube. Well, wait, no. What was the tube for? And they're like,
try to make that into a movie that's an hour and a half long. They'd probably find a way to do it.
They would. They'd have to cut a bunch of shit out.
I'm pretty sure that they have already tried to do something.
You just
like
went
that.
really over like 3 or 4 hours of material, really, if you really went into whatever.
In 20 minutes.
And they probably could put that into an hour and 35 minutes, really, if they wanted to.
It's those like two people are so corpses.
Yeah, those people are so fucking awful that they make people like Ed Gein and a couple of other these murderers, serial killers look like complete fucking amateurs.
Yeah. Well, and that's like, honestly, so I have read a lot of these stories. And then when I hear like the big serial killer people, I was like, okay, so he killed like 10 people and he only ate like 3. Meh, big deal. Like, so what? He only ate 3 people.
Would you like the Quora question of the day?
Yes.
Yeah, but Michael just went into the exquisite details of the complete recipe, and I was like getting nauseous.
Like, and then they cut her nipple off.
Yeah, I didn't want to, but
and used it on their
like I said, 29 minutes. At some point, you just have to stop because it's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
And it's the droning on thing, Okay, well, we get it. They fucking killed a lot of people, but they killed 2 of their children. Which is fucking awful, and buried them on their own property. That's just like Jesus fucking Christ.
Reminds me of a Rick and Morty episode where he talks about how they had come back and they found themselves living there, and so they had to kill him and then bury him. He's like, I had to bury myself, and every day I ate cereal 300 feet from where my body rots in the dirt. It's like
life has no meaning. Let's go watch TV.
Some of these shows are pretty clever now. Okay. I tried to watch a little bit of Crank Anchors.
Yeah.
But I couldn't understand what was going on.
It's just puppets being stupid.
Do you remember when they had the tapes that were like Jerky Boys?
Yeah.
It was a Jerky Boys.
Yeah, that's kind of what it reminded me of.
They
like crank calls or something.
Yeah, they did the crank calls and be like, oh, I play my flute.
I was beaten mercilessly.
Yeah, exactly.
About my head and shoulders, and my shoes came off.
My shoes came off.
All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
Quora question of the day.
Yo.
For years, my wife has been making dinner for me, but I came home last night, and out of the blue, she said, I had to make my own dinner. I asked her why. She said she told me she's tired of cooking for me. What should I say?
Clay, this is a good question for you, since you...
I have an answer for that.
I do have an answer for that. So a man comes home from work.
Man walks into a bar.
A man comes home from work.
Why the long face?
Where's my wife? He starts looking around for her. He can't find her. He gets into the master bathroom. They have those beautiful double vanity sinks they came out with in the 90s.
Yeah.
She's up there. She's naked. She's icy. She's got her legs apart, and she's got the hair dryer, and she's got it on high heat. She's got it right down here. And he goes, baby, what are you doing? She says, I'm heating up your fucking dinner.
Nice.
That's the answer.
Oh, there you go.
If you are living in the 21st century and you come home and your wife hasn't cooked dinner and you ask her, why isn't dinner cooked? And she doesn't fucking hit you with a frying pan, the butt of a shotgun, or a shoe, you're lucky.
Right?
Hey, there is a reason why I have been divorced. And divorce number
why my dinner
technically
ready?
2. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Did you just say there's a reason why I haven't been divorced?
No, I have been divorced.
Oh, okay.
There's a reason why I'm divorced.
There's a reason why I'm divorced. Is because and that was one of them. That was I was working full time and taking care of the kid and waking up with him all night long because he didn't sleep. And my ex at the time was not really working, so he would watch hunting shows all day with the kid, not really do anything else around the house. And then I would get home and he would hand me the baby and say, what are you making for dinner?
Oh, that's fucked up. I'm going to tell you right now, listen, and you've always known this. I'm pretty much a feminist. You know that, right?
Yes.
I would be like, motherfuck you, damn shithead bitch.
Well, and the kid was a dick too. So like after he like got into the walker and stuff like that, like I'd be trying to like do stuff at the sink and he'd ram into my like Achilles heel, and I'm like, can you take him? He's like, I had him all day, and I'm like, do you want dinner or not? And so then we got into this fight, and so like one of the nights, like so I just started like bringing home dinner, like I was like picking up like Burger King and shit like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, how come you don't make dinner anymore? And I was like, it's not my job to make dinner for you. And he said, yes, it is.
Who said that?
My technically
Oh,
second
you can't
husband.
say. Yeah.
And that man to this day, and it's been
Years.
16, 17 years, has never eaten one thing that I've cooked since then.
Which is the most important part of the
Right.
story.
Exactly.
All right,
Right
now
there.
listen, because I told you, and I joked about your cooking, but I know it's probably fine.
It's okay.
Probably. It took me a long time to get where I could do a few things, and they're okay.
Right.
And I'm experimental. And my wife that I'm with now, Shauna, came
Yes.
home and she said, "You're going to have to start helping out." And so I started cooking dinner. I was probably at the last place cooking dinner more times a night than she was. And sometimes it was great, and there was some fucking epic fails in there. And at which point at the time it was fine. We just went,
You roll with it.
we joked about it, and everyone was drunk, and we ordered something or we got something.
was
Somebody
drunk.
went, we had something delivered, Mr. Littles was even still alive then.
Yeah.
And he knew the pizza man because he was always mad at everyone.
Yeah.
But he knew the pizza man, and he was fine with it. You know what I mean? Because he
He's
looked right
like,
out
"Oh,
the
thank
window.
God."
Yeah. But I totally get what you're saying, and there's sexism that goes both ways. But the girls get it the most. You know what I mean?
They
It's
really
like,
do.
yeah, you've been at work all fucking day, and
What are you making for
I held
dinner?
this kid for 55 seconds, and this place is a fucking pigsty.
Yeah. Cook me
And-
some dinner.
Make me a chicken pot pie.
That's exactly.
What a fucking joke. You lazy male motherfucking piece of shit, dipshit, motherfucking redneck, fucking heel in the dirt, piece of shit fuckers. You gangster ass niggers. You fucking every motherfucker out there, every male, every piece of shit. Get up off your fucking dick. Get up off the couch. Drop that fucking remote, you piece of shit, and do something for your girl, you fucking idiot.
So here's that.
Good point.
Good point.
Just try for once in your life to think about what it feels like for her, you dipshit fuckhead.
Well, and not even that.
What about this?
What about this? Hi. So, like, I mean, and even that aside, like, it's just, and then when you approach them, and I know this is like just me, like, vomiting my anger in general, is like, you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do this. And inevitably the guy will look at me or any other woman and go, yeah, but you don't touch my dick a lot.
Yeah.
And you're like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, that's, but I mean, I just don't feel like you touch my dick a lot.
Oh my
And it's
God.
like,
Has
oh my
that
God.
happened to you?
Well, I mean, they don't say it exactly like that, but they're like, well,
I'm
we
not
haven't
getting
had
enough.
Yeah, we don't have sex a lot, and I'm just really upset, and da-da-da. And so what I always call it is like, but are you touching my dick? Like, have you grabbed my dick lately?
Oh
Please
my
grab my
God.
dick.
I'm going to lean back in. You dipshit, idiot, fucking dumb fuck, motherfucking idiot, fuck males. What? If you had a vagina, all you would fucking do is lay naked in front of the mirror all day and stick your finger up your vagina and up your ass and play with your titties. So don't be a fucking idiot and think she needs to blow you and rim out your asshole and fuck with you all the time, you fucking dumb fuck. Her body is a piece of artwork and you need to paint on it like such, idiot fucks.
Well, good point. Well, not only that, but like they want that, but then they also want you to work 40 hours, contribute to the income, cook the dinner, take care of the children, make sure the house is clean. Yeah. How come I don't have any clean underwear?
What?
Have you folded the laundry yet, or is it still in the hallway? I'm out of deodorant.
I'm gonna lean in one more time. You fucking idiot.
Hold on.
Oh wait.
Hey, it doesn't always have to be about you.
Dipshit motherfucker sitting there in a tracksuit with matching shell toes Adidas. Fucking, I don't care what color your skin is. Fucking idiot.
Tracksuits.
Fuck, dumb ass motherfucker. Sitting in an apartment, sitting in a house, sitting in her house, sitting in your own house. Dumb ass motherfucker. Check this out.
Sitting in your mom's
Kick your
house.
fucking friends out. Put down the Xbox. Put down the fucking Sony PlayStation 5, 6, 7, 8. Quit playing Atari. Quit jerking off to fucking tranny porn and make it about yourself. And by doing that, make it about her, dipshit motherfucker.
Please refrain from using ethnic slurs.
It's like the perfect one for how long were you holding on to that one, Mike?
Until now.
Until now. Now I'm
No,
going to.
I love the rants. The rants are fucking great.
Well,
It's
and
awesome.
Now I'm like, fuck, dude, I can't wait until it's cooler out. I'm gonna put on my tracksuit.
I know.
I'm gonna wear
You
it.
got to have that hat too.
Ooh, I'll have to get the hat for it.
I got one more.
There's a specific name for that hat, and we'll find out what the name of that hat is.
It's an amazing hat. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, in the next next show.
So one day I showed up here, Clay, like, I don't know what it was like last year or 2 years ago, and they'd gotten a box from Amazon with like stuff that wasn't theirs. Like it was addressed to them that was like clearly was not theirs. And two of the pieces in it, they were two different like velour tracksuits. And
like
one of
Russian mafia tracksuits.
One of them kind of it like mostly fit me, and it was like maroon velour. And so I was like,
that's dope.
Oh, here we go. And so I went in and I put them on, just like walked around, like put on my sunglasses. Oh yeah, look at me in my. So I have the tracksuit still. So
you need white shoes though, white tennis shoes.
Breaks it out every once in a while for the whole like, what did we call it? It wasn't the it was like it was like Russian mob.
Yeah, it's called the Russian mafia tracksuit.
Yeah, I need like a couple fake gold chains with it and stuff. Like it's so
fantastic.
Lit. It's so lit.
Lit.
Fucking
fire.
It's fire.
So, all right. So to end this depressing podcast, well, it ended up really good at the end.
We're not done. We got a few more seconds. We got to do the Century Cellars Cabernet.
Wine.
Oh, that's right. I forget. Century Cellars Cabernet.
Okay, so once again, not sponsored by Grocery Outlet. We have Century Cellars Cabernet Sauvignon. It's a 2016. This one was not claiming to be Central Coast, but it was vented and bottled in Sonoma. We have, which is important to us, a 12.5% by volume alcohol.
Which is working out just fine.
Central Coast.
Out great. It does have sulfates in it. Ooh.
They all do.
I know, but this one's actually said it.
You said non-Central Coast. Where are they saying?
What is it called?
Well, this one's Sonoma, so it technically it's like northern-ish.
Yeah,
Central.
Sonoma's. I would call Sonoma actually.
But
wine
you know
country.
how they say Central Coast and it always ends up being like Lodi or Manteca or something like that. So this one just says Sonoma, which is
very close to
country.
Napa.
Is it a Merlot? What type of red is it?
Cab.
Okay.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
It says
Cabernet.
Oh, this just talks about the vendors. It doesn't talk about. So it's 2016. So this one was also $3.99.
And we like it.
This one was actually not even bad right from the get-go. I think I poured it and we didn't let it breathe even that long. And I don't know about you, but like at first I smelled it and I was like, oh, this is going to be really bad. But it wasn't. It was actually pretty good. It's not super dry. It's a little fruity. Not super thick or like heavy.
I'm going to say smooth from the start to the finish. Okay. Honestly.
Yeah.
After 750 glasses of wine tonight, I'm going to say
a little jammy
smooth.
at the end.
I'm going to say, if you don't like Big Red, then fuck you.
Exactly. That's right. Then fuck you. And the hard part was there was this other wine that I wanted to try, but the front bottles were gone. And so I was like, oh, it must be pretty good. And it was only like $2.99 and I couldn't reach it. So I said, fuck it. And I grabbed this one. So, and I was like a little bummed because I looked at the label.
Because you're 5'3".
Yeah.
Because I can't get up there.
And the label like wasn't really that exciting. I was like, this is going to be so bad. And I'm actually not disappointed. So for a Cab Sauv for $3.99.
I'm going to say 110%. And you know I don't go over 100.
That's right, because it's weird. Now I'm telling people at work to tell me to stop saying 110%.
Oh.
I'm trying to break the habit.
I wrecked everything.
You did. You fucked it all up.
Sorry.
That and my tracksuit.
I don't have the...
I want a tracksuit really bad.
I have one.
They're so fucking expensive. Like the pants alone are $55 fucking.
For a regular tracksuit?
Adidas.
Just go to fucking Walmart and get a fucking velour tracksuit. Why do you gotta have this fancy shit? Because you're Clay. Never mind.
There we go.
I would wear it. I don't care.
You're like, I'm gonna wear it.
But there'll be paint all over it and shit.
Oh, there it is.
I should totally run that tracksuit.
This is Heather not being able to reach the upper shelves.
It totally was. It was like something swan. I'll have to find it again because like I really wanted to try it and it was too.
Before we end this, I want you to know something. If you were ever like came out to my job site and someone was like, "Here's some hair on her," I would beat them to fucking death.
Oh, with my hairy ass legs?
No, I'm just saying whether there was or any there were not. I'd be like, all right, I'm fired. Beat you to death.
Hair and legs.
Yeah, and if I went by Mike's work and something went wrong,
rape it back, rape it forward.
Sorry,
I'll beat them to death too. Beat anybody to death. If you need somebody to beat to death, get over to my fucking personal
I have this unique ability to store anger, so I can like store the anger and then release the anger.
Not animals though.
Let's get it on.
No, it's like Little Nicky. Release the good.
Little Nicky the porn. That's a great one.
No, the Adam Sandler movie.
Sorry, I thought that was part of what
Release
Mike was talking
the
about.
evil.
He's gonna look that up later tonight.
Yes, I am.
Yes,
Little
he is.
Nicky.
LIL.
It's a necrophilia video.
Oh God.
Why you gotta bring God into it?
Oh God.
Coke is better
It's okay.
than Pepsi.
He's just
Coke
my
is
wang.
better than Pepsi.
It's just his wang.
Coke and Pepsi.
No, it's not better. Okay, I'm
That's
good,
what it's
Michael.
all about, Glenn. Don't rape it back, rape it forward.
That's right. Absolutely right.
Well, Michael, do we have your blessing?
Okay. Turd Ferguson.
We haven't used that one.
We haven't, like, hardly at all. All right.
Yeah, everything's good. What about?
And I'm back
anything
awake
else?
again, so that's great.
That's,
Yeah, Heather blacked out for a second.
Yeah, I do a little nod. It's okay. What are we looking at, Mike?
nothing. I was making a mental note to make some changes on the sound
board.
pad.
God damn it. It's always about the fucking soundboard on this bitch.
Squeaky,
very excited by it.
squeak, squeak.
He gets very excited with the soundboard.
Yeah,
Smithers, is
Hey,
that
doesn't always
toxic
have
waste
to be
killing those
about
fish?
you.
Excellent.
Excellent.
I gotta have like the Peter Griffin laugh and a couple of other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, giggity.
Giggity.
That's not Griffin. That's the other fucking.
We don't have Stewie on there, do we?
Huh?
Do we have Stewie on there?
No, you won't. We have to find a good
Oh,
Stewie
you mean
quote.
Stewie Griffin?
Yes. That's pretty good.
I just want to kill my mother. That's all I want to do.
Cool whip.
I'm
Cool
telling.
Whip.
I said
What'd you say?
vacuum.
Cool Whip.
Yeah,
Brian.
Cool whip.
Is this our vacation? Oh, we
Life's
trash.
weird, isn't it, Brian?
Sounds like a sexy party.
Oh my god, you should put the German sparkle party on there.
Oh yeah, it's a sparkle party.
Ja, is this a party?
Get a room, fun boys. Remember when The Simpsons was cool? It's not
Yeah,
really that
it's
cool
not
anymore.
as cool anymore.
That's why I have.
Fuck.
This is going great.
Laura, try to stay with us.
No.
The story
didn't.
the story is something that like I definitely feel like I need to read about.
Yeah, it's,
All right, Heather,
it's
drive me
awful.
home.
I'll have to truncate those stories from whatever to like 10 or 15 minutes and just hit the highlights.
And be
No,
like, so
you're,
there's
you
these-
know
there's
goddamn
these
well
three
right now.
people,
That's going
and
to be
they
one cast.
killed their children.
Yeah.
Good day.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.